By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. After taking last week off, we're back. Tuesday night tour modified action. Tonight, we're hitting up Legacy Phoenix. This is a track that is super fun, to say the least. I love Phoenix. The Legacy version's a little bit different. Can't use the dog leg like you see on Sundays or Saturdays with Xfinity or Cup guys, but still makes for some great racing. Switching it up with y'all here. Normally this guy's in the booth with me on Wednesday nights. Well, instead now he's going to be with us on Tuesday nights. Mr. Kyle, the Wild Man, Wellman. Kyle, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. Sitting here in Phoenix Raceway, hot and sunny, ready to go racing.
I hear that, brother. As got a good one on tap here tonight. I know Larry Bell currently sitting top of the board. Qualifying's underway. Folks, a little bit late start time. Kyle completely messed up the settings earlier, so yeah, we had to get a little bit late start time. I may or may not have messed up first. I don't know. I don't want to necessarily admit that on broadcast airwaves. Like I said on the last broadcast, testing out audio a little bit. Mark, you're in the chat. Let me know. Do I sound too much gain in the mic? Putting some filters on it, trying to tweak some settings on my end. So let me know audio sounds. Car sounds are still not going to be exactly where they need to be. They're going to be a little quiet. But mics, let us know how the mics sound. And Wildman Wellman, how keen are you to Phoenix? Do you like his track in real life?
I love the track in real life. I like watching it. I think Cup cars not so much, but trucks and Xfinity put on great races. Racing it, I have a lot of fun. I love these in the trucks on iRacing. I ran out a couple laps in these modifieds, and I tell you what, it's pretty loose. I think we're going to see a couple different lines here, and I think either way, passing's still going to be hard to do.
Right on. I think so. I think something these tour mod drivers are not necessarily keen to. That's going to be drafting. They're going to be doing it all night long. You're not going to be able to see that leader break away to a 2-second lead like we're normally used to on Monday nights or Tuesday nights, because these cars just, I mean, they draft here just like they do at a track like New Hampshire or Milwaukee Mile that we visited earlier in the season. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know necessarily when it comes down to lap 99. I'm not necessarily sure you want to be the leader. So it's going to be something we got to find out here. Got to figure out how the draft's going to work, as Brad Carpenter's actually going out for his qualifying effort right now, as that was Brad's first lap. We're going to see what the first lap can get for the Carpenter. P14, so we're going to see if we can get a little faster here as we jump on board.
Another thing to notice here is we are running on the Legacy course at Phoenix, so the start-finish line will be on the original front stretch. It will not be on the new front stretch. So it'll be the original turn 1 and 2, and the original 3 and 4.
All right, Mark said I sound muffled, so Mark, let me know now. We cut it up just a little bit. Let us know what that sounded like. Oh, Brad Carpenter getting wicked loose there. So looks like time. Did he get a time? And he did. He went up to P4, so got a little quicker that second lap around us. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to take qualifying or not.
Tell you what, all these times are within 0.6 of each other. That's pretty impressive.
It tells me a lot of throttle time out here. Not a lot of time off the throttle. That's allowing all these guys to be right up on each other. That could mean one or two things. It could either be one hell of a race or a hell of a race, if you know what I mean, if you catch my drift. Well, let's get into the grid here, Mr. Wildman. Get rid of that and pull that up. Starting P1, he was fastest in practice. He backed that up with fastest in qualifying. Scotty Stevens starting to his outside row number 1. Derek Stanley inside row number 2 is Adam Thompson. Starting P4, 31 machine of Brad Carpenter and Brian Gravel rounding out the top 5 starters here tonight.
Starting in 6th place, we got Caleb B. Thompson. Inside line behind him will be Larry Bell, Brody Mears to his outside, Zach Murphy in 9th place, and Christopher Sawyer starting 10th.
And then a little bit down the running order, 11th, just outside the top 10, it's going to be Chummy Miller, a.k.a. Mark Miller in 06. Ronnie Morrison starting 12th. 13th is Tom Freitas, 14th, Jeffrey Miller. Brian Zimmerman won last week. He'll be starting dead last. Stephen T. Johnson, 16th. Nick Casey, 17th. And Chris Clark is 18th. Don't mind Wellman's name being up there because we know he's in the booth with us. Waiting for these drivers all to hit the grid here. Still waiting on Scotty Stevens to hit the grid. And while we do that, let me go tweak some settings really quick.
Yep, I'm going to go adjust some camera stuff, get a good view while these boys take their pace laps.
Mr. Mark Arthur, can you tell me if that sounds any better or worse? If you would, thank you very much. Much appreciated. He says it sounds like a lot of bass. You know I'm all about that bass. No trouble. All right, Scotty Stevens going to lead them off as they wait for that pace car to start rolling. And I'm not sure what kind of pace car the Wildman gave us. Looks like it's going to be the gender neutral. Yep. While we're waiting for these boys to get rolling, have you hit the thumbs up button yet? If not, please do. It helps us out a ton here at True Sim Productions. Hit the thumbs up button. We're also 30-something subscribers away from 500. So please hit the sub button. Chat with us during the race. If you subscribe, you'll never miss a single lap of the action here on True Sim Productions. Got a big month coming up in December. As we announced it a little bit, you definitely don't want to miss that. Well, I can't take the bass out of it now. I've just turned out all my gain and everything. I thought it sounded a lot better coming through my headphones. Let's get rid of all the filters. And we'll go from there. Alright, Mark, there's not a single filter on it now, so you let us know what we sound like now if you would, please. Alright, pace car is in. Gonna be green flag out in the air. Fields in the hands of Barney Fife Jr., the flag man. Scotty Stevens gets a good launch off, though. No type of battle between himself and Derek Stanley. Scotty Stevens out front. As we get a little bit further back shot here, these guys as they're coming around Phoenix. Right there, no dog leg. So, got to stay up on the track surface. Got the grass down there. As we're still double file racing back here for the P4, where Brian Gravel won that battle. As Mr. Kyle, the Wildman Wellman, are you alive?
Yep, for some reason the computer wanted to go into voice-to-text speech, so I was closing that out real quick.
Right on, right on. All right, Mark, so I got us cut up a little bit now. So now let me know what we're hearing. As the car audio is going to be low. I'm working with the voice meter and don't have that set up correctly yet. But it's all Scotty Stevens out front here already taking lap number 3. As I love this version of Phoenix, man. I actually know where turn 1's at. I know where turn 2, 3, and 4's at. With that new Phoenix, it's hard to tell where you're at sometimes on the track. But Scotty leading the train around. Looks like Adam Thompson's taking a peek to the inside of Derek Stanley here. On the back stretch at the dog legs, they barrel off into 3 and 4.
It looks like they're starting to get 2 wide there for second place. Possibly 3 wide if there's going to be a look here.
There we go. I just cut you up a little bit more, Wellman, so maybe. But everything is low, so hard to tell. Brother, I got us turned up. We're piking. We're spiking.
Peaking.
Yeah, spiking out, peaking out, hitting the red here now. So we can't be much low now.
Yeah, battle heating up for second and third right now. Surprised that Scotty's not checking out from these guys. Oh, Adam throws it in there tight.
It's the draft. The draft's not going to allow him to ever get out very far. If you was listening a while ago when I said that.
I think it's going to be a lot like our Iowa races, which end up being really good races every time we go there.
We've had 2 green, white, photo finishes there. As everybody's minding their P's and Q's right now, the one thing I'm thinking of, since I didn't put the session up, I'm hoping we have cautions turned on, right? I think we do. We should, right?
It should be, yes.
So let's jump on board with Thompson there, as we saw him get a little sideways earlier. Ooh, Scotty flirting with disaster there, clipping the apron as well.
Yeah, I've seen a few other drivers using it back behind them, as we're getting a really big cloud over the track right now. That should help handling a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to manufacture a little bit of grip out here for these guys, as Wellman hit on it earlier in practice. He turned a few laps and said the setup was wicked loose. And we have a battle going on for the race lead here. Stanley going to make a power move to the outside. That one slip-up we saw out of Scotty's really halted and killed his momentum. As now to the low side out of 4. It's a drag race on the front stretch.
I'll tell you what, in motorsports, they say once you get your first win, they start reeling in. And Derek Stanley got his first Crooked Line win last Wednesday, and he's looking for a second one this week. Thompson trying to show a nose to Scotty Stevens.
Well, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Stanley didn't win last week. But I still like where you're headed. He got his first win this past season though, and he's got the race lead now, so he may get his first win of the season right here. It was Daniel Sweat picked up the late model stock win.
All right, yep. DNS. That's all I remember.
Hey, close. Same initials. Scotty, he's going to try to get the race lead back from Stanley. Now, one thing to note, they can basically not touch his. They're going to touch right there. As I'm saying it, it's going to get Thompson loose. Oh, they're going around. Grable going around there right in front of the pack. As everybody just scatters. Oh, Zach Murphy. You got me all flustered again, Kyle. I had to go back and look for something you made a mistake on. Zach Murphy gets involved, coming into tonight P2 with the points. Let's go back and see what happened there. We kind of saw it right happening live. Picture between Scotty Stevens. Excuse me, that was really loud. I apologize for that if y'all picked up on that. Let me fix this really quick. But yeah, we saw that transpire almost in real time. Let's get on the right person here. Looking for Grable. There he is.
I think that all started going into turn 1 where Scotty gave a bump to Stanley there going into the turn. That pushed him up the track.
And just bottlenecked up after that.
Yep. And they're just wrecking everywhere afterwards.
Multiple wrecks going on in that one wreck right there. Holy cow.
Great job by the 05 to at least hold the brake and keep her out of harm's way, kind of. Everyone else just kind of piled into each other, getting around him.
Looks like we have a very busy pit road. About half the field elected to come down for service here. As well, and don't forget your duties with Zimmy. If you don't hear him mention it. As, top 8 now. Tom Friedrich, Jeffrey Miller, Chummy Miller, Ronnie Morrison, Caleb Thompson, Brad Carpenter, Scotty Stevens, Derek Stanley. They elected to stay out. Looks like a fuel call for these guys that did pit. Maybe a little bit of damage. I'm going to see if we can dial up old Belsky really quick. As Mr. Larry Bell, you're live in the booth. Got a copy?
I do.
So, Larry, I didn't really get to see what happened to the 43 right then, but I saw you go down pit road for service. Was you involved in that accident as well?
Yeah, I kind of went to the grass to avoid it and couldn't get slowed down enough and just got caught up in...
Calamity?
Yes, sir.
I'll be honest, there was 4 different wrecks inside that one wreck, so it was pretty impressive to see guys going every which way but the correct way there. Well, Bell, the car looks to be in decent enough shape. I don't think you suffered any damage, did you?
Oh, yeah, I had a meatball. I had to use fast repair.
Well, no wonder it looks beautiful, because it looks brand new now. Well, Bell, one more question I'll get rid of you. What's the fuel looking like? Because I forgot to ask before we went live.
We got to stop once, at least. It's going to be close whether we make it to halfway or not. This caution should be enough to get us there.
Okay, so we're not even... Y'all weren't even approaching halfway yet without that caution.
No, I think we could go 48 laps or something.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Well, all right, Belsky, look like you're about to re-rack and restack. Well, good luck to you, buddy. Keep that 43 car clean because you come into tonight 3rd in the points, so you're right there in striking distance, brother.
I'm trying.
All right, boss. Thank you.
Talk to
you. All right, we talked to Larry. Now I'm going to talk to Zimmy, not because I don't believe in Larry with the fuel, but I know Zimmy has it down to a science. So, Mr. Brian Zimmerman, you're live in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
So, Larry was telling me y'all were looking at about halfway in regards to the fuel, going about 48 laps. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yeah, about 48 laps. So, fuel window, need to get to lap 52 before we can come down. Some guys went ahead, and I came down and went ahead and got a little fuel just so I can go a little bit longer. But, yeah, 48 laps is the fuel window.
Well, right on, brother. I see it looks bright and hot and slick. Is that what you're feeling out there as well?
She's a little slick. A lot of car, when you get on somebody's draft, it wants to push up on you in the corners. But yeah, it's slick. 104-degree track temp right now, so it has cooled down a little bit from practice.
Well, right on, brother. Well, y'all going in turn 3 now. Well, good luck to you, Zimmy. Give them hell. You are the current points leader.
Sounds good, bud. Hopefully we'll talk to you later.
All right, then, boss. I hope to talk to him later as well, Kyle. But I hope it's not after like one of these wrecks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, don't be saying that.
Well, he's the one that said talk to you later.
Yeah. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
It's possible.
So head down in turn 1. Derek Stanley got a great restart there. Oh,
Scotty, and it's just a wrecking ball right here, a pinball.
Great move to the inside. Got a good run out of 1 and 2.
Caleb B. Thompson's right there chomping at the bits as well. Going to try to leave Stanley to the high side here. But the one thing I love about Phoenix, that high side, it can and will work. You're going to see the momentum here as they go down the backstretch.
Yeah, they're door-to-door for second place going into turn 1.
I think they were almost like fender to fender. It looked like they almost touched there, huh?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a lot of guys are driving in hard in the 1 on the bottom. It's going to be all up to driver talent, see if they can make it stick or not.
We ride on the roll bar of Derek Stanley here. I wish the camera pack we had support for Legacy.
Someone got real loose in the back of the pack there. I believe it was Mark Miller who got loose and drove it all the way down into the grass, saved it.
Oh, cummy chummy. As I have a little boy in there screaming right now, crying, that I'm about to have to mute my mic and yell at, it sounds like. Gotta love parenthood. It's like Caleb B. Thompson actually falling back a little bit on that low side. Now Ronnie Morrison, 69 machine, driving here to his outside. Gonna see if he can get the momentum down Broadway here.
Yeah, he got a good run on entry and a good run on exit. Let's see if he can do it again. Oh, pinches Caleb down just enough to get him to back out of the gas and hopefully clear him here.
Whoa, it gets tight there. Gotta be careful. They don't line up right. The way the bumpers work and the tires. they do not line up right. Even if you don't think you're touching that guy, 9 times out of 10, if you lose his left rear, like out your windshield, you're hitting him. That's something we have learned. So that's type of marks you got to learn in these cars as you go on. Head back up front, though. It's still all the 2 machine, but he does have some hungry drivers sitting here chomping at the bits right here behind him.
Hey, it does. We were talking to Scotty earlier in Discord, and he was saying, oh, you know, I might not race tonight. Let's go see where we're at. And he said he saw Phoenix, and he's like, yep, I'm racing tonight.
Don't you just
Here
love
he
the
is,
loyalty?
leading the thing.
You just love the loyalty. I'm just going to show up and race at a track I like. I hate that. I hate that mentality. It makes me so mad. Scotty, if you're watching this back. But
Ronnie getting a good
up.
run. Yeah, Ronnie getting a good run on Derek here. Let's see if he can do something with it. Being aggressive. Got his way up to 3rd.
Is the front of Ronnie's car, I hate to even say this, but is it the hub? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think it's...
It is not. It's not.
Nope, it's not.
I thought it was, but I think it might be like playing on the hub. As a shout out to the
Hey,
chat. I know Mark knows all about the hub.
Hey, we know all about it. Mr. Jason Korn. He liked to race his
Corn hub.
Yep, the Corn Hub
Look at
cars.
these
We
four.
got a tight battle.
Throw a blanket over the top 4. Brian Zimmerman holding back P5. Got a little bit of real estate in between him and the top 4 drivers, as he has a train of cars coming with him as well. 04 to the outside of Ronnie Morrison here into the wall a little bit. And I think you're starting to see a little bit of frustration between these 2 drivers. They've touched a few times. Now Caleb, they basically switched spots. Ronnie's to the inside, Caleb's to the outside. It's like deja vu, but roles reverse. So now I'm going to see if Ronnie can make the pass actually stick down here on the bottom as they go off in 3 and 4. Running a little bit higher line there, too. Forcing Caleb way up high there.
Hey, I tell you what, Ronnie Morrison is up 9 positions from starting in 12th position. And then you look back in 5th place right now, Brian Zimmerman started in 15th position. He's up 10 spots.
And not only that, Zimmy's actually up a little bit more than that, right? Because remember, he had to take the EOL. So he's up
Yeah, that's true.
almost like 13 spots, I believe, something like that. I think 17 started, so I think he's up 12 spots. So he's definitely somebody that's coming and going.
I tell you what, I think Mark Arthur in the chat might be taking a shot at you, Tanner.
Let's see. Nah, it'd be all right.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going full tilt into the pit wall again? He is not. He's not. Not yet.
And not everybody can be Kyle Larson there, Sam.
Well, he was last night. Was you there last night?
No, I was not
Don't
there
even
last
get
night.
me
I didn't
started
see what
on
happened.
loyalty. Gee, you didn't even watch the broadcast either? Man, oh man.
Oh, I got home after work yesterday and passed out for about 6 hours. Got up, ate, went back to bed.
Right on. Right on the back of Scotty Stevens here, looking back to Derek Stanley in the competition. Looks like Stanley's opened it up a little bit over 3rd place, but that's just a benefit that he has of 3rd and 4th kind of battling there. They've lost a lot of time. That's allowing Zimmy to get their draft, and now he's bringing the rest of the field up there with him.
Man, I tell you what, Caleb is not happy with Ronnie. He was all the way on his bumper going into turn 3. He's going to throw a slide down on him, see if he can hold it.
Gonna see if he can make a stick here. It's gonna get tight there.
Oh, no.
We've already seen this story once, right? They made contact earlier with this almost exact same move. Just was not actually able to get there. Another thing, Kyle, we haven't touched on. I wanna really show it next time. We'll jump on board with Stanley when they come back around. That the yellow apron you're seeing on there, you're not seeing a lot of guys go down there and touch it. And why is that? It's because this tour mod, it bottoms out really bad over that. It's fast down there, and it can actually help the car kind of slide through the dog leg. But it's Russian roulette, as I always say. Let's see if Stanley elects to go all the way down there or not.
The thing is, here you can't take the dog leg because it's all grass. But in practice, when you hit that rumble strip there, it upsets the car a lot.
That's what I'm talking about, that yellow rumble strip there. If you're playing Russian roulette, if you ever go to touch it.
Oh yeah, I tried touching it a few times and it just got loose on me and looped it. So I'm sure there's guys that can do it, but I don't think it's going to be an advantage to do it.
And I'm almost thinking Stanley might be pacing Scotty. Maybe the draft's keeping him right here within striking distance, but I just believe he is. You might be seeing a game of cat and mouse. And now remember, Zimmy told us they can only go 48 laps on a tank of fuel. Now we did have a caution, so who saved a little bit on the caution? Well, but the first one that elected to go on pit road, No, Mr. Zimmerman. But that group that pitted on lap 11, they still got to go down for service at some point. Again, they don't have enough fuel to make it to the end.
Yeah, question is, the people that didn't pit, are they going to be able to make it on one stop? They're going to have to save
it's gonna be
about
close.
2.5 laps.
It's going to be
yeah,
close.
it'll be real close. Well, but if you're back in the pack here, that draft will help. If you're out front like Scotty, if you're being pushed, you're not going to be able to save enough.
Whoa, it gets tight there. I wish we had a graphic, and I think there is on SDK somewhere. Sam can tell me for certain in the chat. I wish there was like a throttle graphic I could pull up that showed throttle time and it actually be accurate, right? That way we can kind of see who's trying to save, who's not, who's going all out. Back up front though, top three, nose to tail. Stanley actually posted a faster lap last time around, but now Ronnie Morrison to the outside. Morrison's not a guy we talk about a lot on Tuesday nights, so I'm loving seeing the 69 car up here do battle and put his name in the hat. As 0476 made contact, 76 to the dog leg or the apron, the rumble strip, whatever they want to call
straight.
it.
Here comes Zimmerman on the high side. I don't know. I think that high side's really coming in right now. That's where we're seeing all the passes.
Got to keep this eye on Adam Thompson, Brody Mears. Brody Mears just looked down low twice on him, not able to get the momentum on that low side. So if you are right, we're going to see at 72 maybe look high pretty quick. Because we have not seen a whole lot of passes on the low side. We've seen them get down there and basically battle, but not a lot of passes.
I tell you what, with all the bumping and banging we're seeing, I'm sure not hearing anything on the mic. So that's a good sign. These guys are having fun.
No, that tells you it's white knuckle experience, brother. They are white. They can't afford to lose the laps and focus.
Oh, Ronnie with a bump to Scotty.
But that's actually going to kill them both. That's Caleb B. Thompson to the inside here. We'll see if Caleb can make it stick. Now, I bet some mics are lighting up now.
Ronnie did come over and apologize. And Scotty's still quiet, but Ronnie did apologize.
Oh, Scotty is pinching the 76, so now Scotty has to try to regroup. Don't get Wellman, right? And I said that like well-meant with a D. You can't get mad. Don't start seeing red in the car. You led most of the laps up to now. Just regroup, refocus, and try to chase back down that 04. I mean, Ronnie didn't. If Ronnie meant to do that, he let him gather it up, right? He hit him and backed off of him.
Yeah, and Caleb just capitalized on it. Stanley didn't really have anywhere to go, but now he's trying to battle for, was that 4th position?
It's his 4P4. Zimmy's looking to the inside, and also to note, Brody got by Adam during all that exchange. As I want to jump back on board with Adam, so you can get a look of what he sees out his windshield. If this is not scary, folks, I don't know what is. And look at these guys. They're sliding to the corner. They are drifting the corner. Look at Brody.
Ooh, Zimmerman slides up the track there on exit.
It was almost like a slide job, dirt style, huh?
Almost.
Whoa, Della. You see that wheel turning to the right. That means that car is losing grip. He's trying to save it. Now, talk to us on what Stanley do here.
If I'm Stanley, I just stay right where you're at. Keep running that high side. You got Brian Grayville behind you trying to make some ground back up too after wrecking from 3rd place.
That is right. He spun from 3rd earlier. I forgot about that. So he's already made some headway back up to the field. Got some good track position. It's calling me crazy, but I'm sensing green flag pit stops coming up. I know with the racing we're seeing right here, it don't seem like we'll get that far, but I'm sensing it.
I'm guessing in about 10 laps they're going to be starting pitting. As Scotty reclaims the lead, but he can't quite clear Caleb yet.
Who's going to have the advantage at the line? Scotty Stevens has the nose out, but Caleb B. Tom photo. I don't know who got that lap. That was going to be a photo.
Caution out on the track.
Out
wreck on the front stretch, it looks like.
I had him, I think. Let's go back and see what. Yeah, I had him. Oh man, this looks like death already. Just looking there. Let's go back a little bit, try to get the whole picture.
Him and Grayville. Get clear and Grayville. Oh, the green car just flying up there.
I think it was Tom. Oh, Frito Lay or Tulip Tom, whatever you want to call him.
Yep. Adam is taking claim for that.
So let's see what Frito sees. He sees them racing up in front, two rows up, but ultimately just nowhere to go for the
Good
32
save, Tom. Good save. Your wheels bent a little bit. Go get that fixed, but that was one heck of a save.
Yeah, that wheel's definitely seen better day. That is for sure. That is most definitely for sure. As pit road's getting ready to be very busy. As Scotty electing to stay out. I don't like this call. The whole field pit. And remember, he could only go 48 laps, 48 to 50 laps before the 2 cautions.
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking here. He's the only one that didn't pit here.
I don't like the call at all. Scotty Stevens, you're live in the booth. I copy.
Yeah, I got you.
So you're the only car, the 2 car, the only car that lets you stay out. What's going through your mind here?
Well, let's hope for a quick caution. I wasn't paying attention to laps.
So how many laps of fuel you got left?
I mean, we got about 13 laps of fuel left. They're gonna have to pit again. They can't make it from here.
So what's the plan? Just try to run it out and hope for a caution between now and then?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, right on, brother. Well, good luck to you. Give them hell, buddy. What a rookie mistake, not paying attention to the laps. You know,
yeah.
how small do you think he felt when he saw everybody leave behind him? You know,
he's probably not feeling too smart about it, but on the plus side, he's got to think, hey, if he can make it to lap 50 right now, he can make it on 1 stop, and he'll probably get bonus points for leading the most laps of the race. So there's a plus to everything, but he's got to hope for a caution soon.
Is that wild man seeing the glass half full? There's no way. There's no way.
I always see the glass half full when there's points involved. I get every point I can get.
You have always looked at life as half empty. Empty. I'm not hearing that from you. Empty.
Hey, life is half empty. That's why you got to go to the front and make it half full.
This guy. This guy thinking rational up here. He gave him out of a race car. He does have some IQ points. I'm just playing. That was rude. I'm sorry. You're a very smart individual, and I love you.
I try.
I'm lying, by the way, but
I know you are.
I just don't want you to get too big-headed. All right, Scotty Stevens going to line him up on the front row. Going to have Brian Zimmerman starting to his outside. Can Zimmy go back-to-back? Because we know Scotty's got pit. But, like he said, the rest of them, and I'm saying this in quotations, the rest of them have to pit. Somebody will stretch this fuel out. There'll be somebody that won't pit here and will make it to the end.
I think that's who you got the camera on right now, Brian Zimmerman.
I think so, but my one worry with that is he's up at the front right now. He's going to have to fall back a little bit and have to do it cleanly and carefully. Don't get run over in the process of doing it. And, I mean,
How about Stephen T. Johnson up there in 3rd place in the 1 car? No paint scheme, nothing. He's out there looking for sponsorship. He's ready to win a race. He started 16th position, so him and Zimmerman made their way through the field. And they might be battling for this win here. I think I dumbfounded Tanner. He's not talking anymore.
Send a text. Me and old Bob Gardner was texting back and forth on the yellow. Apologize. Do apologize. Do apologize.
Figuring out your day plans for.
Yep. I do
later.
Apologize.
A lot of beating and banging before we even go green here.
Maybe what Scotty Stevens wants to see, but just could not be one of the people involved. As Brody Mears, we got a little loosey-goosey there. We saw the 72 sliding around. As I'll be honest with these tour mods, I haven't nailed down what the pit stop times are in regards to 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires. Because their fuel takes so long to fuel up, it's so hard to really gauge. I'm thinking the field probably took 2, but don't hold me to that. We'll ask somebody in a little bit.
Yeah, I can't quite remember what it is. I've only raced 1 race this season in Tour Mods, ironically, since I sponsor it. But, yeah, I'm going to say probably around the 17-second mark.
Scotty almost killed Stephen T. Johnson. So Stephen T. to the lead. Oh, you saw the apron, or the, I'm going to call it apron all night, folks, but I'm talking about the rumble strip.
Rumble.
You saw the rumble strip right there. Man, oh man, that was scary.
If I'm Scotty here, I just tuck right in and start using that draft to save. Oh, as he touched the wall a little bit.
Don't use the wall. The draft, Scotty, not the wall.
That'll make you use more fuel.
Yeah.
You want to reduce drag, not add it.
As I'm gonna lay out right here. Don't talk. I'm gonna turn it way up. I want to hear if Zimmy's saving right here or not, Wellman. I'll tell you when you can speak. It's gonna be super loud. Hold on 1 second, Wellman. Do one more corner. He's not. If he's saving, he's not saving aggressively. You're good to talk.
I'd seen the lap before, right before we went to his view. He actually got a really good run on Scotty down the backstretch, but then all of a sudden you see him creep back about a car length. So maybe he's just selective in his saving.
He might,
but he also sees he's got Caleb right on his bumper, and he can't give up too much spots.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he might just be rolling out of it a little bit earlier. But even then, it didn't really sound like it. But I didn't get to turn a lap of practice either. I got here super late, right? So it's hard for me to really gauge if he's saving or not. But I don't have the voice meter set up correctly, so you were tied in with their sound, right? That's why you couldn't talk, or you would have heard Mark in them's ears.
Yeah, another thing in practice, I noticed, I don't know, it's different for everyone's driving style, but I could not touch the brake at all. If I was touching the brake on entry, I was losing way too much time. So
we can kind of see when the guys are going by here. I was looking for that earlier, Wellman, just kind of trying to see the rotors glowing. And I did notice it on Brody earlier, and now Brody's been somebody wicked loose, right? So that may be why. Maybe it's upsetting the car.
Yeah, I was barely touching the brake, and I was losing a lot of time. But if I just let off the gas and let it roll, I was able to keep up with some of the guys.
You said losing time.
Oh!
I thought you said you were losing grip. I got you. Okay, you were losing time.
Oh, no. Yeah, just losing a lot of time. Even if you touch the brake just a tad to get it to sit.
As Mark has a good point, as long as Scotty stays on the lead lap or the first car a lap down, he will be fine if the cautions fly for him, right? The cautions have to fly.
Yes, I think he's going to have to be pitting here within the next 3 to 5 laps, would be my guess. I'm not hearing anything over his radio yet. He hasn't keyed up.
As he told us that on lap 40 when I pulled him up, right? Because they put on lap 39. So he said 13 laps, so he's knocking on the door. Oh, man.
Caleb is wanting it.
Zimmy and Caleb are a hornet's nest among themselves right now. Oh, Caleb. Car low there, boss.
I wonder if he's still frustrated about the contact with Ronnie earlier and he's just trying to get back up there.
I want to clarify something. That may have been Zim, actually. Let me make sure here.
Yeah, he came up into him. Yep.
I got to thinking about it. I was like, I don't know. Actually, Zim, I think, went up into him. All right, now Scotty's the guy we got to watch. When's the 2 car going to peel off? And now the next question. They spent 45 seconds on pit road. It looks like average. 45 to 51 seconds under caution on pit road. How many laps is that going to put Scotty down? They're doing a 28-second lap. Well, you're looking at least 1 lap there.
It's going to be close to 2. If you don't get off of pit road quick and get on track quick as he scrapes the wall. Uh-oh, keep it off the wall there, Scotty.
By the time he gets up to speed, it could very well be 2 laps.
Yeah.
Maybe even more.
Especially since he's losing time to the leader. He's already almost a second behind the leader now.
Now, I think he'll take 4 tires just because of how long it takes to fuel these cars, right? As it looks like he's getting ready to come in, but man, oh man, these guys are right on top of each other. This is the battle for P4 and all the way back through 6. Is he coming down this time by?
Mark's got a good point. Even if he pits now and loses some time, he'll still be able to gain some spots on the people that aren't saving, and we'll have to pit one more time.
That is true.
So yeah, Scotty can make it from here in lap 47. They're saying they can go about 48 to 50. So
my thing is,
I don't know if I'm looking in the mirror. I might not pit.
He's not going to have the draft help because he's going to be basically by himself, probably. So that's going to be about a half-second slower lap. I don't know. I don't like the strategy.
Touch that apron. Oh man, they're getting wild behind him.
Yeah, I'm shutting the car off, doing whatever I got to do right now because these boys are getting ready to wreck. They can't keep us up. It's
Grable with a little bump to Zach Murphy.
Grable, would that be his second of the night? He's already claimed 1, right?
Now temperatures starting to flare over radio. I'm hearing people saying Scotty's pitting this time. Scotty's pitting this time.
It's going to bottle them up, and they're already bottled up.
Save
He's
it.
coming in hot. He's coming in hot. He got it slowed down. I think he did.
Yeah, just before that, I heard someone say, if you give me the bumper one more time, I'll wreck you. I don't know who it was,
Give me
but
names, Wellman. Give me names.
I just have the radio up. I don't actually see who's saying it.
Oh, you don't know voices?
Nope, not very well. They all sound the same, kind of.
We like controversy up here in the booth.
Oh, I know we do.
Good controversy, not crybaby controversy.
Oh, Zimmy's throwing it right in front of him.
There's a certain group in here that want to cry about everything, but that's neither here nor there. As I think Brody Mears is going to end up getting into the back of Gravel, but not on purpose or anything, just by the way it shakes out. Because these boys are all right on top of each other, and now
they're fighting, and that's allowing Stanley and Bell to catch up to them.
And it's allowing the top two to just get away. Can this pack? Oh, I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Oh,
It's getting ready to happen.
Oh, he's still loose. Is he spinning? Oh,
He
saved it.
that race car. Brody Mears, the young gun, the kid.
Wheeling and dealing. They both were wheeling and dealing right here.
Oh, net code. Gross.
I don't even think it was net code. I think Gravel just got loose, and
I don't think Gravel even touched Zimmy, bro.
I don't think any of them touched. I think Gravel just got loose on entry, and that's what allowed.
Nah, Gravel hit him.
Oh,
Gravel
yeah,
hit him
that's
a
what
little
got him loose initially.
There was a little bit of net code between him and Brody, but I think with that quote-unquote net code, I think they were going to touch anyways. It looked a lot more gross the first time we saw it.
Either way, great driving by both of them.
Absolutely.
Tom Frieda sounds like he's pitting in right now.
Let's see where Scotty's at on track. Let's get rid of this top ticker really quick. Watch that side ticker. Hey, Scotty is currently 1 lap down. Well, when he crosses the line, I'll switch back over to the leaders, see where they're at on track.
Mark Miller's in pit road. I think that's Mark Miller. We got 2 Millers out here. I don't know numbers yet.
That's Scotty up ahead of the leader. He's about a half a straightaway ahead of the leader from going 2 laps down. He is currently, you see to the left of your screen, currently scored the only car a lap down, but now Mark Miller's on pit road. Will that change the lucky dog position here? Or is Scotty should get out in front of Mark Miller, I believe. And now don't forget, folks, if you're a Scotty Stevens fan, don't write him off yet. The rest of these boys, they still got to pit. They're not scot-free. Now, there might be somebody try to make it, but man, oh man, going from lap 39 to 100 when they can only go 48 laps. It ain't feasible to me. I don't think they can do it.
It'll be close. I don't think these 2 at the front can do it. They've been just pushing way too hard. But someone like Brian Zimmerman, who's towards the back and has been in the pack, he might be able to.
But now, I mean, even if these boys have to pit, it's just going to be a splash and go, right? They're not going to have the time spent on pit road like Scotty. And Scotty had a terrible pit road, by the way. He was on pit road for 59 seconds, the most of anybody in the entire race besides Jeffrey Miller.
I'm surprised he got out with only 1 lap down.
I am too, because he had a 57-second pit road timing loop, like from cone to cone, basically.
That's 1 second. So if you add the 28.3 to 28.3, that's 50.
Get your popcorn, boys. Wellman's doing math.
56 seconds. So I don't know. I think there might be something wrong with that timing scoring on his pit road, but.
I'm trying to do the math in my head, but the redneck match is not there, buddy. Just not there. I can't confirm.
Caution out on the speedway.
I think Brody. I think correctly, as he has a broken right front and a left front.
Yep, turn 3 and 4 is where it happened. It looks like.
Boys and girls at home, your race car's not supposed to look like that. I don't think.
That's a no.
I think that's almost catastrophic damage. I do believe. Let's go back and see what happened on the replay.
Ronnie's saying it's his fault. He turned down too soon and came across his nose.
Ooh,
so yeah.
Did he?
It looks like it, yeah.
You want to fight me for it? You truly believe that?
That's what Ronnie's saying happened.
All right, I truly believe it too. But although right there, it looks like Brody does go up a little bit, but Ronnie definitely traveled a lot of distance to get there.
Yeah, Ronnie did claim it. So, what lap was that? Was 63?
You ain't got to worry about the lap. Are you typing in the laps that they claim it?
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Just the unclaimed ones. All right, pit road is busy. And now Scotty will be the wave around car here. But what happened to the wave around, Kyle? Where's he going to be at? All right, I'll tell you, folks, dead last. He will be dead last. So I think, Caution's going to help him get back on the lead lap. Did he ever overshoot his pit? Did who?
I think he's talking about Scotty. Seeing if Scotty overshot his pit, maybe.
It's possible. It's actually highly possible because everybody else is about 52 to 54 seconds. So you think it takes about 3 seconds to throw it in reverse and back up. Mark, you're so smart. As Toilet Bow time. Going to have the race lead here. Let's talk to old Toilet Bow. I know old Toilet Bow likes to be talked to on the broadcast. Toilet Bow, you're in the booth. Got a copy?
What's going on, brother?
Man, oh man, I'm doing good, but feel like Toilet Bow is doing great. Ready to flush the competition. Sitting here P1. What's the strategy?
Just drive like hell. I mean, these cars are so competitive here. Everyone's
Right on top
literally, yeah, thousandths of a second off each other. It's crazy. Passing's really hard, so I was like, I'm a couple laps short on fuel, but I'm going to take some track position. We're going to see what happens.
Did you like my flush the competition out? That was pretty.
I like that. That was impressive, Tanner.
That
Not
was,
gonna
that
lie.
was right on the spot. Well,
It was.
I'll be honest. You're looking a lot better. A while ago, you got airborne and everything, but the car looks pristine now. So give them hell,
Yep.
Mr. Freitas.
Thank you, brother. Gonna try.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. As wild man, tell me that was pretty clever, wasn't it? Flush the competition out, Toilet Bow time.
Yeah, I giggled a little bit.
We're witty when we want to be. If only we could use them smart for something productive in life. All right, folks, we alluded to it earlier. December 5th, December 7th, and then the main race December 10th. The iRacing Winter Snowball Derby. The best part is, brought to you live here on True Sim Productions. Folks, we are 467 subscribers on the road to 500. Hit the subscribe button. It helps us out a ton. You'll never miss a single lap of the action. And then, of course, podcast, videocast every Saturday night. Also heard Mr. Mark Arthur might finally be making his debut episode this week. Don't know who else we're going to join, but join myself, Sherman, and Mr. Mark Arthur. Race Chatter this Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, as they're getting ready to fire on back off.
Green flag in the air, heading into turn 1. Everyone gets a good restart there. They're going to be side by side going into 1.
Now, Freitas has not felt the car in clean air yet, right? Except for maybe qualifying practice, but the track's changed now, right? The rubber's on the track.
Yep.
Now they're about to be 3 wide for the race lead here, going down on the apron.
He makes it stick.
They're 3 wide though right here. Is that going to stick? Oh,
Zimmy up the track just a little bit.
that's going to allow.
Oh, no.
Big wreck!
Big wreck.
And I don't know what all them black boogers were flying through the air right there. Right there. There's all kind of boogers flying.
Might be marbles, maybe.
I don't know. I thought boogers sounded cooler. Let's see what happened here. We know Zimmy washed up the track here a little bit. Ping pongs him up. Man, oh man, that was a violent wreck, bro.
It was. I don't know if he's just going to be. I think he might have to tow back to the pit after that one.
Man, that was just violent. But look at him here. So you can't hear it really. He was only quarter throttle, and then he finally went full throttle and just had the huge run on him. He just gets in here. He's entering so shallow, just does not have the angle into the corner at all. They beat right there. Tom's going up to hit. Murphy coming back down. Right rearing him right now. Zach Murphy gets through there unscathed. But Caleb B. Thompson didn't. I didn't realize that was him. I'm trying to find him. Bear with me here, folks. Right on board with Caleb here, see what he saw. Look at the way the metal A-pillar works, though. He can't even really see what's happening down there. He can a little bit, but when he does see, it's...
Ooh.
Man, oh man. Hey, Kyle?
Yeah.
That ain't how a race car's supposed to look, is it?
That's that independent camber setup.
I got you. I wonder what that feels like with the force feedback in the wheel. I wonder if his wheel's going crazy right now in his hand. Not no more. Fast repair was taken. Alright. 29 laps to go. This has been a long race, bro. Maybe we should think about shortening these to 75 laps. Holy hell.
It's about to get exciting.
You ain't been excited already?
It's getting more exciting, that's for sure.
Good save. Good save. As well, man, we've learned that your loyalty is not good tonight. Have you subscribed to True Sim Productions?
Absolutely. That was one of the first ones.
Did you subscribe on Tripods in the Wild as well?
On all 3 of my pages I did.
All right, well, speaking of Tripods in the Wild, folks, we'll be right back momentarily.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Alrighty, folks, I lied about the Tripods in the Wild. Apparently, it's not in the same folder. I forgot I moved stuff around. So, Mr. Rick Thompson, Southern Shores Realty, got a little bit of a shout out. If you like hurricanes or hate hurricanes, give him a call. Guess I should have had it muted. Dang it. I forget about that. I forget about the gags we have on Race Shatter. Re-rack, re-stack. Brian Grable back up front. He's going to be a huge benefactor to all that carnage. Larry Bell's also up there. Now, remember, Zach Murphy sitting P2 in the points. His competition, Zimmerman, sitting 12th after that incident there. As Murphy gets a great launch off, that's going to be all Grable and Stanley, though, battling side by side. Will Grable get cleared? He will. Gets down in front of Stanley. As now Larry Bell to the high side. High side right here, all the way up to the wall there. May have made contact, actually. As a caution's already back out. Chris Sawyer, I believe. Oh, you know what I didn't think about? Is the broadcaster's curse real? We just talked to Tom and he was involved in that wreck a while ago.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
I mean, I've been a victim of the broadcaster's curse from Sam. What happens here? Scotty getting the back of him?
Oh, no, he just got a little loose before Scotty got to him.
But now, if you're Chris Sawyer, do you claim that? Because it almost feels like he's not more loose than normal, right?
Yeah, he gathers it up enough. I think he still could have kept going straight.
Oh yeah, I don't think he was wrecking without the help from Scotty there. I'm sorry, fans say they love the slow-mo shots, so that's why I try to give it to him every time. Look, it doesn't look like Scotty's hitting him on his screen, really, but, I mean, he very clearly does. And I tell you what, Zimmy already had to use a fast pair, almost had this night ruined here. Watch this, Kyle.
Woo!
What a shot here on True Sim Productions, boys and girls. I'll pat myself on the back.
All right, Michael.
What's that mean?
Michael Waltrip on Fox, every time they do a slow-mo cam, He's always like, great camera work, great camera work.
Absolutely. You know, the best Michael Waltrip quote ever was, it was half his fault for getting on the track with him.
Oh, yeah, that was with Robbie Gordon, I believe.
I like old Mikey. And he's from my state, Owensboro. Owensboro, Kentucky. Alrighty, folks, we're going to throw it over to one more commercial, and then we'll be back uninterrupted to the checker flag. We'll be back momentarily.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, back here at the Phoenix International Raceway. Coming out of turn 4 right now, about to get the green flag to restart this with 23 laps to go. Who's going to prevail in these last 23 laps to win this race? Got Zach Murphy starting in first, Brian Grable in second, Larry Bell back there in fourth, and Derek Stanley in third. Great start by Zach Murphy. It looked like Brian Grable got a little loose, maybe spun the tires a little bit. He's going to try a crossover. He's trying to crossover for the lead. Oh, saved it. Oh, up the track just a little bit. Just a little bit. They kept it straight, though. They're putting on a show. I tell you what, folks, if you watch a real NASCAR wheel and modified race, you don't see beating and banging like you are tonight. Them boys don't touch each other here. They don't care. They're putting the bars to the bars and the bumpers to the bumpers. Tanner Meyer here's been muted the whole time, so sorry for all the silence.
All right, we are back. As if so, they are side by side.
Oh, again
on each other again.
Larry Bell, where's he coming from? He's ready to make a move as we got a car on the wall back behind him.
Larry Bell picked up his first race win earlier this season at Iowa. Can he do it again at another bigger style short track here at Phoenix? He's right there. Got his nail. Oh, no! Broadcaster curse. It's so freaking real. I'm so sorry, Larry.
Keep it going, Larry.
It's Green still out on the track. He didn't have a wheel. Green stays out. It's still Green. They're still side by side. Them boys better get off the damn track. Oh, excuse my language. Better get off the track. I wish I was muted right there because I just outright cussed on broadcast. Wow. Sorry, folks.
Man, hard hit by Larry. And who was that? Brody Mears, was it?
It was Brody Mears, absolutely. Brody's still on track. Get off track, young gun. No caution. They keep it clean and green, if you want to call it that. I can't black cuss like that on broadcast. Just free flow and just cussed.
So what that really helps these two leaders.
Yeah, they've checked out now. Checked out.
Big gap, but if they keep fighting side by side, these three might be able to catch them.
Side by side, still for the race lead. I'm just wondering how long can they keep it up, because they can't keep touching Nerf bars and wheels like that. Eventually, the bomb's going to explode, right? It's a ticking time bomb at this point. Oh, something happened to Scotty and Stanley. We got to go back and see what happened here, because they were racing pretty close for third.
Yeah, Stanley's saying sorry to Scotty here. Yeah, just got loose in front of him.
Ooh, Zimmy also got a piece of it.
Still a great save. I mean, hit the wall, but still kept it straight.
Stephen T. Johnson, unscheduled pit stop. We did see him involved in that incident when he was running fifth.
Yeah, his left front looks a little bent.
It is a little bent. It's not straight like your lifestyle.
Grable might be able to clear him right here if he slides up. Is he going to do it?
I'm glad we let that one simmer for a minute. Thank you for that.
I had nothing for it.
Now, Zimmy is sitting P3 after all those shenanigans, but does he have the ability to chase down our leaders? No draft help, really. With these cars, we've noticed you got to be about 0.4, about 4/10 off the guy in front of you to have any type of benefit from the guy in front of you or behind you, for that matter.
Well, I'm wondering if Zimmerman, when he came in to get that fast repair, maybe he snuck in a 4-tire stop as well. I would have.
I would have too, but he had a 9-second stop, so he just took a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, just fuel.
Maybe he took 4 earlier though. Remember, that's a possibility. As these two are still side by side. They've been side by side for how many laps now?
The whole.
It ends now. Broadcast
yep, there it
it's
goes.
real.
Yep.
It's so freaking real, dude. As Mark said, darn, Rick getting a sponsorship in. Yeah, he did. He sponsors her. You didn't know that? We just click on whatever's available, bro.
I mean, Tanner here hasn't run my commercial in weeks.
Oh, shut up. You don't watch these races. How you know?
I watch these races. I know you don't show it.
Well, you know why tonight? It didn't work. It was a black screen. So
it's fine. I got next season locked down too. We're good.
Yeah, we'll take care of you. Your logo is on the thumbnail for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I wish it was a better looking logo, but that's beggars can't be choosers. I tried to work with it that one night. Remember, I tried to work on it.
And you made it worse.
I made it better by far. It looks better on a car.
Anyways, 10 laps to go. Battle for the lead still. Zach Murphy's kind of falling behind here. Is he just maybe saving a little bit of tire? Get one last run with a few laps to go, or what?
It's very possible. Just staying right there in the wake or the draft of the 05 car. Might be just trying to save a little. And now there's a car in between them and Brian Zimmerman. Now, can Zimmy get up there and start to get a little bit of draft? And I'm trying to figure out who that is up there. Is it Stephen T? It
sure
is. It's Stephen T indeed. Yes, it is. That's who it be. Oh, Zach Murphy right to the back bumper of the 05 here. But you see the clean air, how much of a benefit it is, because Zach was right there on him but had to lift to stay off of him, whereas Grable has no reason to lift, right? He don't lift until he hits his mark.
He's getting a little sideways there on entry, though.
Brakes are glowing, too, on the 05. I noticed it right there.
I wonder if he's dragging the brake, trail braking it in there, because it doesn't look like he's losing any speed. He's right on the bumper of Grable right now.
So Grable is dragging a little bit of brake. We saw it, or using something, because his rotors were glowing.
Look at the run Murphy gets. The question is he, like, I don't know, we haven't really seen that bottom work at all, but he's got nowhere to go to the high side. He might just have to throw it in there one turn.
So Murphy went a long time between wins, but then he picked up a win in this series and picked up another win in another series. He's on a hot streak right now, is Murphy. This would be great for him in a points battle, but the only problem with that whole theory is his biggest competitor in the points, who's the points leader, Brian Zimmerman, sitting third now. So not really going to gain a whole lot of points unless you can get the win for the bonus points and all that. So needs to get up there, and he might take the chrome horn, might take that roll bar, Nerf ball on the front of that car.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see Zach doing it, but, you know, I've been wrong before.
If he's going to do it, I'd wait till the last lap. Can't be penalized then for at-fault caution.
I'd almost try to do it in the dog leg, get him unstable in the dog leg and get under him. I think if you do it on entry, you're just going to spit him out.
Right.
If you do it in the middle of the turn, I don't think it's going to be enough to slow him down enough.
When you do it on the exit, you're just going to spin him out.
Yep.
You pretty much, when you're this on edge, you see these guys slide around, it's kind of hard to pick that spot.
Tell you what, though, Stephen T. Johnson up here, I think he's going to try and make some passes maybe.
Surely to God he don't.
Yeah, you never know. Hey, you pass him, get on the lead lap with 4 laps to go, caution comes out, you're sitting golden.
That's the Wellman theory right
Pony
there.
boy.
That's Wellman.
Hey, that's why they used to call me Kyle Newman a couple years ago on Blazing Pedals.
Good God almighty. There's a few in there I could give that nickname to now. I'm telling you, when I race up in the top 10, it's great. But from 11th to 20th, we're winning the Daytona 500 every freaking week, buddy. Is what it feels like.
Hey, what matters is they're winning the Daytona 500, I guess.
Yeah, running 14th.
Explain to me why I'm in the blimp view right now and I'm seeing birds. No wonder I got bad frame rates.
Well, that and you have a dinosaur as a PC. That probably don't help either.
I really do. Hopefully I have a new one in the next couple months. We'll see.
I thought you bought one.
I'm making payments.
Oh, he's not going to let you have it before then?
I don't know yet. He's got to build his first. Anyways, 2 laps to go. We got a
man, this side,
3-car battle for a lead lap back and first and second.
Don't get hustled, Kyle. This has bad idea wrote all over it. That's Zach gets in the back end right there. For now, you do. He quit in a minute.
He ain't gonna quit.
As Murphy gave him a shot there in the dog leg, did give him a little bit of a touch.
Just practicing. It's white flag right here. Let's see what happens. Don't do it right now. Don't do it too soon.
Final lap around Phoenix here.
He went way high. He's going to get a big run right here.
I think that hurt him more than it helped him. I really do.
I think he's going to have a big run right here with Steven right up behind him.
Not going to be able to get there, I don't think. Kyle's going to drive off a cliff here to get here now. It's going to be
he's just going to...
3 and 4 for the final time here tonight. Barney Fox Jr. waving that checkered flag as Brian Gray was going to pick up race win number 1, I believe, of the season. It is Brian Grable's first win of the season. As you see those two congratulate each other, giving a little bit of a celebration bump there. Heck of a bounce back for Grable involved in that first incident. Heck of a bounce back for all these guys. The top 3 was all involved in incidents tonight.
Also, Grable, I think he's won in every car we raced during the week now, too. During the Kern County Showdown, he won 3 of the 4 races, I believe.
He did. At least
and now he's won in the tour mods.
Sure. I know for a fact he won Monday and Tuesday for sure. I know he placed no worse than 3rd all week. I do know that also. I'm going to see if he can burn it down with the gearing these tour mods have. It's a little hard to get them tires rolling. There he goes. He's got it now. As this winning moment brought to you by who? Tripods in the Wild. Check them out over on YouTube if you like a little bit of nature footage. There's actually some pretty cool videos on there.
Yeah, and just recently, we're on TikTok now too. Been posting videos on there.
Commie.
So we got TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram,
and Facebook.
Yeah, don't get on that one so much. No one really likes Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I'm old school. I prefer Facebook. All right, boys and girls, your top 3 there: Grable, Zach Murphy, and Brian Zimmerman. So let's get these interviews rolling here. We'll see if we can find our 3rd place driver, Mr. Brian Zimmerman. As he said earlier, hope to be talking to you later. And by God, here he is, Mr. Brian Zimmerman. You're back up in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you, bud.
I feel like I need to give you a room up here, like your own personal room, because you're up here a lot, Zimmy.
Well, I have had a dry spell. It has been a few little bit. We had some no broadcast last week, and I was able to pull off a couple of wins last week. So I was like, man, of all times, my dry spell had ended, and I didn't have a broadcast to watch. But
you did
no,
go through from the time I wrecked you at Bristol. It was like you was on a roller coaster going straight down, wasn't it?
It seemed that way. It's like one after the other. Some self-imposed, like tonight. Man, I just want to tell Tom sorry. I stuck it 3 wide there. I shouldn't have done that early. I knew that I had better tires than he did at the time, and I thought that I had to get around Zach because he was going to be on the outside. I thought that was going to be my move of the race, and ended up pushing up a little bit into him. And my apologies to Tom. It ruined his race. He had run a real clean race till then, so apologies to anybody that was involved in that wreck.
I'll be honest though, Zim. I mean, we saw how tough it was, me and Kyle both, how tough it was to pass all night. And you almost had a twofer right there, a 2-for-1 deal, because you got such a good run going through the dog leg. So I would have stuck it there too, but ultimately you just went in so shallow it's hard to stick it, right? But still,
yeah.
Good move, good way to bounce back. What about later on in the race? I think Scotty and Stanley had an incident, and you got a piece of that one too. Was the car okay after that?
It was starting to push. I think I had a little front end damage because it was definitely pushing a lot. I couldn't pull the leaders at all. So I think that the guy in front of Scotty got loose, and then I was just right on Scotty's tail. The 3 of us were trying to draft back up to the leaders, and once I did that, I had a little nose damage. I know Scotty had a little right front damage from hitting and rear where I got him, so we all got a little bit of damage in that one. But I don't think I had anything for Brian. He did a great job. Him and Zach, they ran a nice, good, clean race. So congratulations to him and Zach on another good finish.
Right on, brother. And hell of a bounce back for the 28. You came in as the points leader. I'm pulling up the standings here on my side. You are going to leave as the points leader. I mean, 3 race wins this season. So the 28's been rocking and rolling here with these tour mods. Who we got to thank for the number 28 here tonight, brother?
Definitely like to thank Tripods in the Wild there for sponsoring our league. Yeah, I was going to say win, but no, it's Tripods in the Wild. Y'all check him out on YouTube, and he does a great job. So definitely check those out. And of course, you always doing the broadcast for us, and TSP Broadcasting. It's just great to be a part of this league, and we appreciate all you do for it, Tanner. And once again, congratulations to Brian. I think this is his first win in Crooked Line, so if it's not, it's one of his first. But congratulations to him, and just a good race tonight. We appreciate it.
Right on, brother. Well, thank you. And you forgot the main one. You never shout yourself out. USAFirearms.com for all your AR-15 needs or accessories. There's also all kinds of stuff on that website, so go check him out. USAFirearms.com. I will tell you, I'm getting ready to be a customer myself because I believe in it and I believe in the dude that runs it. So check them out. And Mr. Zimmy, congratulations, buddy, on another podium finish here.
Thanks, man. We appreciate all y'all do. Y'all have a good night. We'll catch y'all later in the week.
Absolutely, boss. Thank you. All righty, folks. And then there was 2. This guy, I'll be honest here. Mr. Zach Murphy, it has been a running gag that he's always the bridesmaid. And this man, he does it again. Mr. Zach Murphy, you're live in the booth, brother. Do you got a copy?
I got you, brother.
I'll be honest, you're having one of the most consistent seasons I've seen out of somebody here. This is your 6 top 5. I think it's actually your 6 top 4 if I go actually hunt and look at it really, really good. So you came into the night second in the points. You're still second in the points, but you scratched away at that lead. Talk me through your night here tonight. It wasn't a night of all highs because you actually were involved in an incident. So talk me through it.
Yeah, man, it was a long race for sure. It was just like 2 races with that halfway point and getting pit in there.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Didn't qualify extremely well. Didn't get a lot of practice. Got the newborn, so really got down here just as the race started. And yeah, didn't qualify well. Just tried to bide my time. I've always liked this track, the legacy track. So just bided my time, worked my way up a little bit. Yeah, and then got caught in an incident there. Unfortunately, I had nowhere to go and kind of got arc braked from the rear, but it's all part of it. So. And then, yeah, from there, it's kind of the second half of the race. Still didn't have enough fuel, so I had to come down when everybody else did. And then it was just battling. Had a really good battle with Brian there. 5 or 6 laps side by side. That was fun. And, man, just wish I would have got him at the end.
as a broadcaster, I seriously, I thought it lasted for like 10 or 11, 15 laps. I felt like y'all were side by side, leaning on each other every now and then, but kept it clean for the most part, so that's always impressive. Zach, I'll be honest, I'm super tired. We went super long. We got a late start. We'll let you get back to the newborn. Congratulations on the newborn, by the way. Super cool to see those pictures. Who we got to thank for the 29? I know the wife, of course. She's going to be the MVP letting you race tonight, but who else we got to thank for the 29, brother?
Yeah, I have to shout out my wife, Megan, and newborn Eliza for sure. Glad she kept sleeping for this. Shout out Whitney Automotive. Shout out Caleb and Brad and Scott and Kyle and all those guys down at Race Room 3. You guys over at TSP for a great broadcast, and Crooked Line for putting on a great league.
How many is that for you now, Murphy?
That's third girl, man. Real outnumbered over here.
Whoa, third girl. Do you want to give her name over the internet or not? If not, message her.
I already shouted out Eliza. So.
Eliza? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Awesome, Zach. Well, congratulations on that, buddy. And congratulations on another bridesmaid, buddy.
All right, bud. Take care.
Alrighty, folks. That leaves only one. We talked to the third place driver. We talked to the second place driver. Mr. Wildman, Kyle Wellman. Our race winner's up in the booth, and the floor is yours, Ugly.
Brian Grayville, P1 tonight. How does it feel, especially after the wild night you had?
Oh man, it feels great. I never did think I was gonna get back up here. I figured I'd get caught up in another wreck and be done for the night. I had to use my fast repair early in the race. I was able to get back out front. I believe I'm one of the only drivers that took 4 tonight, and I think that was giving me better speed through the corners, but I was still pushing tight up off exit.
Yeah, you did a great job holding the brake down there on that first spin. Kept the car reasonably clean. Made your way back to the front. Those last few turns with Zach right on your bumper, what were you thinking?
I was just waiting on him to move me a little bit, or get a good run down the straightaway and throw it down off in there, and him just get in front of me, and I wouldn't have had nothing for him. But thankfully he didn't. I was able to hold him off, and was just driving out of my mirror the entire time.
Sounds about right. Did a great burnout tonight. Got the win. Who you got to thank on the car tonight?
One thing, my parents, first of all, the Bubbles About podcast, and Crooked Line and True Sun Productions for putting the race on tonight.
All right, sounds good. We'll let you go celebrate with your team. And yeah, thanks for being here tonight. Great win. And we'll see you next week.
All right, y'all have a great night.
Alrighty, folks, that was the big race winner, Mr. Brian Gravel, if you're from my town and actually know how to pronounce it. Folks, I want to thank y'all for sticking with us. I know we stayed up a little late. Do me one more favor if you haven't already. Headbutt the like button. Headbutt it. Just headbutt it. Punch the sub button. Helps us out a ton here. We can't thank y'all enough for always staying with us here, no matter if it's a late night, early night, does not matter. You're always here with us, so thank you for that. Thank you, Tripods in the Wind, as Larry Bell says it, or Tripods in the Wild, as it's really called, for sponsoring the series. Thank you, Mr. Wildman, for jumping up in the booth with me, as always. See if we can go live shot, pull up the results tab, and get on up out of here. All right, Brian Gribble, Zach Murphy, Brian Zimmerman. So the battle of the Brians on the podium. Caleb B. Thompson, P4. Scotty Stevens battled back to a top 5 finish. Chris Clark, hell yeah. Shout out 91, finished at P6. Chummy Miller battled through adversity. He brought it back home P7. Derek Stanley led a few laps, finished 8th. Jeffrey Miller got him a top 10, finished in 9th. And Chris Sawyer also got him a top 10. So some comers and goers. Some people not up towards the front usually found their way up there. Chris Clark's improving, I will tell you that. I tried to race with him for like 20 laps last night at Martinsville, and he was actually really impressive. So shout out to Chris Clark and the whole Top Hat DTR racing guys. And shout out to you, Mr. Wildman, for joining me in the booth once again.
Yeah, it was fun. Glad to be here on Tuesday nights now. I think we're going to finish the season off strong.
Right on, brother. Well, folks, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back at it tomorrow, Wednesday night. The Bad Company Racing Late Model Stock Series. It's double points night. Drivers voted. They spoke. It was between Martinsville and Myrtle Beach. And Myrtle Beach won the vote. So we'll be there on the beach tomorrow, battling for double points so we can claim the championship for season number 3 of the Late Model Stock Series. But until then, folks, thank you for tuning in as always. Until next time, we'll See ya. Stretch it out a little bit. Waiting on you.
Ka-chow.
Thank you.
Kachiga.